This morning, guys, bundle up as you do head out and as the kids head to the bus stop. It's 21 right now in Concord, 18 in Salisbury, 18 over in Albemarle as well. Charlotte sitting at 24, Gastonia 22. Look at Lincolnton 19. So it is a very cold start, and we have one day that will be above average for the next probably at least 10 days. And today's not one of those days, but today we're borderline average. So go ahead and enjoy the day today, because these temperatures, again, pretty close to that average mark. We'll be topping out in the 40s. A lot of sunshine in store as we head through the day today. About 47 degrees, cooling once again tonight into tomorrow morning at about 22. So for your Tuesday, we are looking at a chilly day, but this is the coldest time of year, so it's pretty typical across the area. We look at your future track, we'll stay dry. Area of high pressure and control, totally dry, no moisture as we head through today. Tomorrow, there's a very isolated chance that we could see a shower, but really few and far between. We're going to get that wind direction shift out of the southwest, so our temperatures will be warming back to average ahead of a cold front that'll cross through the area. This cold front not going to bring us much. It's going to be the weekend system that all eyes are on, touching on that here in just 1 second. 47 for your Tuesday. By Wednesday, 51. Look at Thursday, 58 degrees, so above average with that southwesterly westerly wind. Enjoy the 50s because they will be long gone for several days, if not a couple of weeks. We are going to get into a very cold setup. Frigid weekend temperatures will build across the Carolinas and much of the eastern seaboard. And with those cold temperatures, we're also watching a southern storm track. This could potentially be a blockbuster event for parts of the Carolinas. We know the cold air is going to be in place, and we know we're going to get moisture. Right now, the big question is what precipitation type could we be getting? And I'll lay out kind of why that's still a question coming up here in just a little bit. Also, talk about those winter storm preps that you should probably go ahead and get under.
Which could be seeing a different view this weekend.
Oh, they certainly will be. A lot of snow on the way for the high country. 6 degrees right now in Beach Mountain. This is via our resort cams. Look at the sky. I mean, it looks so cold out there, but just prepare for a decent amount of moisture leading in the way of snowfall for areas of the high country. We are still teetering on what precipitation type we could see. Honestly, right now, I think everything is on the table here in Charlotte as we head into this upcoming weekend. Satellite and radar right now, it is pretty calm and quiet out there. It's just so cold outside right now. It's 23 in Statesville, 21 as you head toward Concord, into areas of Wadesboro as well, 23 in Monroe and down into Lancaster, Gastonia, Rock Hill, 22 degrees. Morganton, you're actually the warm spot on the map this morning, sitting at 29 degrees. We look at your future track, and this is playing. Look at the time. We're just not going to see much. We have this area of high pressure that is in control right now. We will end up seeing a cold front move through the area as we head into the middle of the week, but pretty much starved for moisture as we head through that first system. Second system, abundant moisture will likely be in play. So today's forecast will feature a decent dose of sunshine out there. We'll be in the upper 40s, close to 50 degrees for some of our southeastern counties there, like Chesterfield County, even over into areas like Rockingham, Wadesboro could touch almost 50 degrees, struggling to even reach that freezing mark though across areas of Ashwaubenon and into Avery counties. Our temperatures will be warming as we head through the next couple of days. 51 for Wednesday. By Thursday, 58. So that's going to be nice. Enjoy it because we have a blast of cold air that'll filter in from Canada with this area of low pressure down to our south. This is what we call a southern storm track. Both of these things happening simultaneously could end up in a huge winter storm here across the Carolinas. Now, I did go ahead and switch this graphic now 3 to 5 days out. So now we were watching the trends. Was it more likely we would see something or less likely? More likely. That's where we ended up there. 3 to 5 days out. We're still looking more likely. What precipitation type could we be seeing? And right now, snow, sleet, freezing rain, all on the table. It depends on where the storm tracks and depends on the depth of the cold air that we could see build here in the Carolinas. But right now, either way, we have the moisture, we have the cold. Totals will likely be high. It's just what totals. Freezing rain and or snow. So go ahead and here's your winter storm prep. And I'm telling you this because I told my husband this last night. Let's get prepared. We're looking at an emergency kit. You need your food, your water, your medicine, get batteries and your flashlight, heating. Have that alternative heat source. If you don't have a generator, firewood would be good if you do have a fireplace. And be sure you're checking those carbon monoxide and smoke detectors as winter storm preps. You want to make sure your carbon monoxide and your smoke detectors are working. You want to make sure you have an additional heat source, stock up on your medicine, your food, gas in your car. I mean, I really don't, I'm not exaggerating right now. This weekend could be a blockbuster storm for the Carolinas. The probabilities are increasing that we at least see moderate impacts, and I do anticipate the next 48 hours, those moderate impact potentials to transfer into major impacts, including potential power outages depending on precipitation types of this winter storm this weekend. Now we look at your current temperatures across the board. 29 right now in Morganton, 23 in Charlotte. So it is a definitely cold start out there. It's 14 in Boone, but it's going to be right near average as we head through the day today, about mid to upper 40s. Now our average is low 50s. This is typically the coldest time of year, so pretty average and typical for the middle of January. A lot of sunshine, compliments of a ridge of high pressure in control. So you can see not even cloud cover out there today. Certainly no precipitation as we continue into your Wednesday, starting the morning off very cold. Once again, going to be in the 20s overnight into the morning hours. We will see some clouds start to creep in as we head into the middle of the day Wednesday and heading into Thursday. That's going to be a mainly dry cold front that crosses the area, but it does warm us up. Ahead of that, we're looking at southwesterly winds to pull up temperatures to 51 as we head through the day on Wednesday. Come Thursday, 58 degrees under partly cloudy skies. So a few more clouds out there. But we look toward the weekend. All talks, all eyes on the weekend. You see that green over the next couple of days. We're going to be straight purple, pinks, blues, talking frigid air that'll spill across the Carolinas as we head through this weekend. Cold air will not be an issue, but we talk winter precipitation types. You have to look at the column of air from the cloud all the way down to the surface. So I'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Could we see a mixed bag of precipitation? Yeah, we could see sleet, freezing rain, and snow, depending on the column. But what we do know is here at the surface, we will see those below freezing temperatures. So anything that falls will end up being ice or could end up being snow. We have the southern storm track, or we likely will, and then we have that cold air in place as well. So we look at the 7-day forecast for you, which I will go ahead and talk about those winter storm preps again and talk about those difference of precipitation types coming up here in Charlotte with ice or snow. It could be treacherous, and that's what we'll be looking at as we head through this weekend. Let's go ahead and lay it out for you. Satellite and radar right now showing dry conditions. It is a very cold start. 17 in Lincolnton, 22 in Charlotte, 22 in Gastonia, rather, 23 in Charlotte. Up in the high country, 14. Good morning to you guys in Watauga County. In Boone, sitting at 14, and 16 in West Jefferson. So it is cold. This is typical. It's January. This is our coldest stretch of air. We have a high pressure and control though, so a decent dose of sunshine as we head through the day, and that will continue as we head into the day tomorrow. But one thing we will see, a few more clouds out there, and then our temperatures a little bit warmer, 51 for your Wednesday, which is really right near that average mark. By Thursday, 58. Enjoy the upper 50s because, boy, that just goes right out the door. We are looking at this very cold air to settle in, and with the cold air that's going to be flowing in from the north, a storm track, an area of low pressure down to the south, depending on how these two end up meeting, will end up depending on the precipitation type that we see and the totals that we could see as well. How deep is that cold air layer, and also exactly how much moisture could we be seeing right now? We know both will be in place. So the favorable trends for a winter storm as we head through this weekend, we're checking more likely, but now we're in the 3 to 5 day outlook. The timing and the storm type. A broad timing for you is Saturday into Sunday. Storm type, precipitation type, snow, sleet, freezing rain, meaning ice, all on the table right now. So we are looking at a very impactful and potential for a significant winter storm to set up across the area as we head through this weekend. We look at your winter storm prep, and I mentioned this last time I showed this. I'm telling you guys this because I told my husband and my family this last night. Go ahead and prepare for a winter storm and be prepared to be locked in your house for several days, depending on how much snow or how much ice we end up seeing. You want to have your emergency kit, your food, your batteries, your flashlights, your medicine. Go ahead and fill up that gas tank as well. Not that we could travel much if the roads are that bad, but you do want to have gas in your car. Have an alternative heat source. Of course, if the power goes out, you might not be able to kind of plug in things like a space heater, but if you have a generator, if you're able to get one, or just extra firewood, go ahead and do that as well. And be sure you're checking your carbon monoxide and your smoke detectors as well ahead of any extra things plugged in to your home, especially during maybe some power outages too. Cold out there, you guys. We're sitting at 21 in Concord and into Wadesboro, 23 right now in Charlotte. So prepare for a very cold start as you step out on this Tuesday. A lot of sunshine will end up filling our skies, though. We'll be touching about 47 degrees as we head through the day. So again, I've been saying it, this is the coldest time of year. So 47, certainly not too bad. Our average high is about 52 degrees. So a little bit below it as we head through today, but those temperatures gradually warming for the next couple of days. You look at future track and we are looking at this ridge of high pressure and control, so quite a bit of sunshine for our skies today. Lows once again tonight falling into the 20s, so it will be another very chilly evening on tap. Wind direction shifting as we head into the middle of the week, so pulling up those near average temperatures as we head into Wednesday and then heading into Thursday as well. And here it is laid out on your 3-day forecast planner. Again, 47 for your Tuesday. That's the coldest high or the coolest high that we'll see out of the next 3 days. We're 51 as we head into Wednesday. Upper 50s by the time we head into Thursday. Enjoy it. We have frigid weekend temperatures that'll spill across not just the Carolinas, but really much of the country, probably excluding Florida. But we are going to see the cold air in place, a southern storm track as well that will bring abundant moisture to areas of the mid-Atlantic, really stretching from probably Texas, the middle of the country, all the way into the Carolinas and Virginia. So with the cold air in place and that southern storm track, that means a very messy weekend, resulting in a winter storm, a very impactful winter storm. Now, I'm going to show you the European model right now, not showing you any totals because I want to explain this to you. A 25 to 50 mile shift means the difference right now in us seeing all snow, us seeing a little bit of a mix, or a potential major ice storm. Somebody in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, potentially even into Tennessee and Alabama could end up picking up a couple of inches of ice. That would be so horrible. I'm talking widespread power outages if something like that were to happen. But we'll have to see if we get a little bit of a northerly shift with this or a southerly shift. We're hoping right now, if this is what we're left with, we get that southerly shift because snow is much easier to deal with than ice. But right now, we'll continue to watch these middle range models and keep you updated. Again, right now it's too soon to talk about totals. Timing wise, we're looking Saturday heading into Sunday. Cold start to the day today, and that's kind of just how it's going to be as we head through at least the end of the week. The next couple of days, though, we do see a little bit of a warm up and also a decent dose of sunshine, complements of that ridge of high pressure. We will see a front move through, not going to bring us too much in the way of moisture, but will be bringing us that late week cool down, followed by another drastic cool down as we head into this upcoming weekend. But take 47 degrees out there today, 51 for your Wednesday, 58 as we head through the day on Thursday. So feeling a little bit better by Thursday. And just to enjoy it, get those winter storm preps underway when the weather's quite nice, because we flipped that switch, totally changed the book. We are looking at very cold air that'll build in from the north, the storm track down to the south. So we'll have a moisture source, we'll have the cold air, winter storm. It's likely at this point going to happen across the Carolinas. The exact timing and who sees what precipitation type still up in the air. And if you see people on social media releasing, oh, here's how much freezing rain or ice or snow you're going to get, it's just too soon to know. We don't know exactly where that's going to set up yet. Here's the rule of thumb when it comes to winter weather forecasting. We're in day 3 to 5. So timing and storm type. A broad view on the timing, Saturday into Sunday. Storm type right now, all modes are possible. Sleet, freezing rain, meaning ice, and then snow, all possible, depending on how shallow or deep that cold layer is. So right now, we have all those precipitation types on deck as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So we look at one model. This is just one model. If I showed you the other one, it would shift. But I'm showing you this to show you we are typical. This happens here across Charlotte and the Carolinas, really I-85. We're looking at anywhere from a 25 to 50 mile per hour difference in the storm track. Could mean ice storm for us or snowstorm for us. So that is still a big question mark, and of course could lead to 2 completely different impacts as we head through this weekend. Prepare for the potential to continue increasing for that winter storm. So I want you to just get those winter storm preps underway. It's better to be prepared than not. You'll want to make sure you have an additional heating source in case power does go out. And what I mean by that, if you can have a generator do that, extra firewood, yeah, it would be nice to have something to plug in, like a heat source, but if the power goes out, that really doesn't do too much. Your emergency kit, food, water, medicine, flashlights, fill up your gas tank as well, and also a good time to check that carbon monoxide through the day today. Looking ahead to your Wednesday, only an isolated rain chance there in the forecast, but pretty much going to be dry as well. So the next couple of days, temperatures gradually rising. On Friday, we will have a storm system that brings rain to the area, but all eyes and talks are on this weekend. So I do want to get you that forecast after this one because you have to plan the next couple of days as well. Rain gear, leave it at home. We'll see some more clouds out there by Wednesday into Thursday. Look at these temperatures. You would look at this forecast and think we're good. Smooth sailing, looking like a pretty nice forecast, but we go from 47 for your Tuesday to 58 as we head through Thursday. So a decent warm up as we head through the next 3 days, but we are tracking the potential for a weekend blockbuster winter storm across parts of the country, stretching from potentially Texas into the Carolinas. Right now, totals, nobody can tell you that. So if you are looking at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you're like, oh, we're getting this much ice, this much snow, it is too soon to know. We don't know. The system hasn't formed yet. Where exactly it tracks, is it north, is it south, will depend on who gets what precipitation type and exactly how much moisture we will be seeing as well. So right now, we're not in the amount, location, timing phase. We're in the broad timing, Saturday into Sunday, and what precipitation type. And right now, I'll tell you, all of them are on the table. It depends on the depth of the column of air, of the cold air that we will have in place. This is one model. The European model is showing a little bit of a mix. Some of us could get hammered with snow. Some of us could get hammered with ice. So that just depends. A 25 to 50 mile per hour shift means all the difference on the precipitation type that your neighborhood could see as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So right